Hello, this is Tutorial Island, and today we're going to talk about Angular 2 events. So as you see, we have a fresh Angular CLI project, and we have running ngserve already. So first of all, we're going to create new component, and we're going to create it in root directory. So we're going to change directory to source app. So this is our app root directory, and we're going to generate new component with command ng g. G stands for generate component. So this is type of code we want to actually generate, and we're going to call it let's say events, because we're going to work with events. So this is the name of our component. So it should create the folder here. Folder contains all necessary files for base component, and inside of that HTML we having events works text. If we go here, we still need to reference the events component. So we're going to open app component, and we just going to add app events component here. And after that, it refreshes automatically, and we're seeing that we're actually using events component. So let's add some stuff inside of this component. So first of all, we're going to test just a couple instances of events. So we're going to do on click, on mouse over, and on mouse out, because it's way too much, well, too many events in general to actually follow up all of them. I have suggestion for you to check developers Mozilla org for events page, and here you will get all the necessary information for pretty much all events which you possibly might need to use. So let's start to actually writing some stuff. So let's create a div. This div going to hold a click event. After that, we will have mouse out, or just mouse enter and leave. So we can do that on one single div element. Let's add some little styling for this. So all our div elements could have a height of, let's say, 200 pixels, and a width of, let's say, as well 200 pixels. We can also add border of 1 pixel solid red, and we can add a background color of, let's say, Alice blue. And if we go here, we actually seeing that we have this defined. So let's create some simple methods which will handle our click event in this case. So let's create a method, let's call it onClick, because that would have proper meaning of what we're actually doing in this method. And we're going to console log. So we're going to output our information to console log. We also can actually just type here click triggered, and now we need to actually execute this method on specific event. So if we go back to our HTML, right here we can write down click event. So on regular HTML you would write down on click, and you would write down whatever you want to execute here. But on Angular you will need to do brackets and type click inside of it. So this means that you're going to execute click event, and you're going to do something inside of these brackets. So in this case we're going to execute method on click. So if I save it and we go back here, when I click on this, it should output here that click was triggered. If I click multiple times, it executes the same code, and we're seeing that it was clicked 9 times. So if we go back here, we can actually add a couple more event listeners. So in this case, we will have mouse enter and mouse leave. So if I go here, we could actually write down 2 more methods. So on mouse enter, we can console log mouse entered the div. And since we are already here, we can do the same for on mouse out, and that would output mouse left the div. So if we go back to our HTML, we would need to define our mouse enter. So on regular HTML, that would be without the brackets, and that would be on mouse enter. And in this case, we just typing mouse enter. So what Angular does, it removes the word on and adds bracket instead. So let's type what method we actually going to execute. So in this case, mouse enter. And we can actually do the same for mouse leave. And that should be on mouse out. So that's should be saved. So if I mouse over, it says mouse entered, and if I leave, mouse left entered and left. So if I click on this, it works with that, and this is pretty much how it works. So if you want to get the event outside of this information, you can type $sign and type event. So that means that you're going to pass all information from the event to this method. So if we go to our onClick method, which is here, we can type event of type any in this case, and we could actually console log event itself. So in this case, we will see what event actually holds in. So again, we have a click event listener, we executing onClick method, and we passing to that event actual event from this context. And inside of our TypeScript, we have this method which we executing, which accepts any type of property. So in this case, it's going to be event, but we going to define it as any because there's no specific type for that. After that, we're going inside the method print our event, and we're going to print the text click triggered. So if we go back here, if I click here, it actually outputted click triggered and event information, and it outputted those two because I moved mouse like that. So what actually this event holds in? So if I expand it, the event has various properties which says what exactly happened with your specific task. So in this case, it says that I clicked 103 and 255 pixels on the screen. So if I click somewhere else and we move here, those will be slightly different. So you can know which coordinates was clicked for that specific click event. It also holds much more information which you could actually investigate and read more about inside of developers.mozilla.org page. So you can search for click event, for example, open it, and here it actually kind of explains how everything works. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.